Platinum X here. Welcome back to Stranded Deep. So I'm revisiting an island that I've already mostly looted everything, except for the palm trees. So I did cut them all down and had them all piled up here on the beach. And so I've just recently maxed out my crafting skill. So it is now, as you can see down at the bottom there, current craftsmanship level 7. So now that it's completely maxed out, I will get 100% of crafting material used to make something back once I deconstruct it. I will go ahead and demonstrate over here on this raft. So you see how it takes 3 barrels to make a raft base and a lashing, which in this case it's represented by chains, which is kind of weird considering you make lashing out of leaves. But anyway, it's depicted as chains. So anyway, let's go ahead and deconstruct that. And as you can see, I've got all 3 barrels back. And the lashing should be laying over here as well. Don't you fall over, you stand still. Let's see, where did the lashing go? And there's the lashing. I'd already done that over here with these 3 barrels. The last couple of episodes you might have seen me on my raft with these 2 barrels on the sides with no flooring on it. And basically I was waiting until I maxed out my crafting, because at level 6 I was only getting 2 barrels back, not all 3. And that's basically a good way to transport raft bases. Like another island I went to, I've got like 15 tires, 9 barrels, and 15 buoy balls. Now, buoy balls are easy to transport because they can go in your inventory in stacks of 4 and also go inside containers. So buoy balls are easy to transport. It's the barrels and tires, though, that, if you construct the raft base, and as long as you don't lock your raft bases, and by lock that means they're connected on 2 sides, you'll be able to deconstruct them as I just did. And another thing I'm going to demonstrate here real quick before I end this video is how to 100% repair your refined axes using plank stations. So as you can see, a plank station does require a refined axe, a crude hammer, 4 sticks, a trunk, and a lashing. So let me go ahead and finish this up, then I'll get back to the whole raft spiel I was on. And the thing about these palm bunches, notice how I just picked that bunch up, and you can carry them in stacks of 4. Well, fronds, when you break the bunch, it's 5 fronds, which also are stored in stacks of 4. So notice how I have 1 stack of 4 fronds, and the 5th one created is now a 2nd stack. Well, I can have 4 bunches in a stack, which means I can transport 20 fronds in a single stack versus 4 fronds. I've got some, see? So again, this, keeping them in the bunches and not breaking them up, you're able to transport a much larger quantity, much easier if you just don't break them down. So now that I've broken those off, I have to, hang on, I want to make sure I'm not destroying my axe here. I'm down to 17%. Now you do have to break these into the individual trunks. And notice you can pick up the trunks but they do not stack. See how there are 4 individual trunks? Well, you can't pick up a whole tree. You have to break it into the trunks. And notice I'm doing, and this is how I maxed out my crafting to 7. I was on level 6 for so long. I was like wondering, okay, is this thing bugged or what? But I was over here, like I said, I had a whole mountain of trees piled up here where I cut them down and then just left them. So I came back just and reconstructed my planking station to start doing what I'm doing now. And then that is when I finally maxed out to craftsmanship 7. Alright, so now that I am done with the planking station, as I said, this planking station was crafted with a 0.5 condition refined axe. And notice the planking station, I do have 2 lashings already in my inventory, and so it's showing there, and I also have a refined axe still in my inventory, 9.5%. Now it's at 9%. Okay, well so notice how I've got everything. 3 lashings, so it dropped the one that I used to build it, the trunk, 4 sticks, the hammer, and the axe. So what I kept pointing out is the fact that I can use this as a trick to completely repair my refined axes. See this refined axe, 100%. So what I'm going to do is drop this one and then go over here and remake the planking station using the 9% axe I'm holding. Go back over here, pick this one back up. 100%. Takes 2 hits, so it'll be at 90%. I mean, 99%. So each hit takes 0.5. So now that I did that, again, we've got our lashing back. We've got all 4 of our sticks, the trunk, the hammer. So again, I've recovered 100% of the material used to craft it, and now this axe that was at 9% is now at 100%. So using this trick, you'll be able to conserve your rocks a whole lot better by using this trick to repair your refined axes. So I've got a few more sitting in a box, but I put them away at 0.5%. I did not let them get destroyed, waiting for, to max out my crafting skill so I can go ahead and just repair them, which will again save my rocks. Because again, rocks are a limited resource. There's only so many. Once you're out, you're out. They do not replenish. So now I am basically completely done with this island, and I don't really need any more rawhide. When you have so much rawhide and so much leather just piled up in your containers, it's like, okay, I'm just not going to skin these things anymore. As long as you do not skin these animals, they will not spoil. So you can come back later. You can come back months later. They'll still be here. Then you can skin them and have fresh meat, fresh rawhide. But I will need to come back and get these barrels. I could go ahead and attach them to my raft now. I'm just choosing not to. Well, actually, I might as well, to be honest. Because again, now that I've got my craftsmanship at level 7 maxed out, I can break them off, as I showed you earlier. As long as you don't, and that I almost forgot, as long as you don't lock them. See how the center section is connected on that side, it's connected on that side, it's connected on this side, it's connected on 3 sides. So I can't just start hacking away at the middle and it deconstructs. But because this section is, well, I mean, I might as well. I can just build it back. Might as well go ahead and show you. I mean, I can reconstruct everything. Destroy my anchor. Hang on. I did drink some water, didn't I? Actually, I'm about to have to, well, I'm about to sail back to my island. There's my starting island right there. Where in the heck is my water? There it is. And now it's dark. Might as well use these things for water. And I do have some more food just sitting here waiting. Alright, I don't really want to do this in the dark. So let's go ahead and sleep real quick. Get some daylight. And of course it's still dark. How about that? Don't you love it? Sun up will be in just a second. Now what I like to do, I could deconstruct everything and take all this material, but what I like to do is on every island, I like to leave my camp. Just in case I'm roaming around, get lost, I'm about to die, whatever. I like to leave a full thing of water and some food in the, in the smoker, because once it's smoked, it does not spoil. Since I've got the animals there, since I've got those not skinned, I'm not going to worry about cooking anything. I do need to get going though, so I really don't have time to sit here and deconstruct everything. I'll just have to show you that in a different episode. But what I was getting at is basically, Alright, so because this section right here, just like I broke the barrel off, I can then break this one off. Well, this one's only connected on one side, so I can break this one off. This one's only connected on one side, so I can break this one off. Once I break all those off, well, that's by itself. But I can't just start breaking that one off right now. That one's not going to do anything. I could destroy my axe hacking away at it, and it's not gonna do anything because it's locked, meaning there's two sides of it connected. There's actually three sides of this one connected, but if there's two sides connected, it's locked. So the moment you create a 6-section raft, like 3 this way and then 3 this way, or if I put another one here and another one here, they're all locked on at least 2 sides. So I won't be able to break any of it off. So that's normally why I like my standard raft formation that I like. This is the basic raft that I start with. But once I start adding parts to it, I'll go ahead and add a section here and then extend it back to here. That way there's a gap here. So it's not connected, so it's not locked. And then in the same thing on this side. So 2 more sections here, so it'd be 5 across, and then a section here, a gap, a section here, a gap, a section here. And then I'll put my container shelves. You go here, container shelf, and that will hold your containers. So that's the raft. I'll have like 6 containers for like my new camp setup kit, my food and water, my potions as far as antidote, the sunblock, whatever that one's called, I can't remember, aloe one, and the breath one. So my spears and axes, just all your basics that you need every island you go to. So I'll get that set up in the next episode. Right now I need to get back to my starting island so I don't die of thirst and hunger standing here talking. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and stay alive.